Hey everybody, Brian here. In this video I want to show you this car here, 2020 Hyundai Tucson, and this is a diesel executive plus model. This is a one owner car from new. We would have sold the car here originally and it's super low mileage, really low mileage, really nice car. And because it's an executive plus then it's actually quite a nice specification. So I'm going to show you some of the features on the outside of the car that I like. It won't take too long. Show you some of the features on the inside and we'll go for a quick drive in the car at the end. So at least you have an idea of what you're coming to look at if you're interested in coming to see this vehicle. Things I like on the front of these cars, I really like the daytime running lights, and I like the way they link in with the parking light. So you kind of have four lights if you want. You don't have to. These parking lights are on, or sorry, these daytime runners are always on during the day. These parkers, you can only turn them on yourself if you want. You don't have to. Obviously, then headlights and full lights in through here and a big fog light in through there. The grille then, this is the facelifted version which actually became available in 2019, and they came with a much nicer, more aggressive looking grille which was completely chrome. And then it had a brushed aluminium section down along the bottom of the bumper as well, which looks really nice. One thing, if you're really sharp-eyed, you might see there's a couple of flies and stuff stuck to the front of the car. This hasn't been cleaned yet. I'm just getting really lucky this year and trading a lot of cars. They're just really well looked after, so they're actually good enough to take pictures and do a video of, even before we've had a chance to detail and clean them. But obviously it's going to get cleaned and serviced before we sell the car back out. One of the big things of these Executive Pluses then is they came with a 19-inch wheel, a 19-inch diamond cut wheel. Nice shiny effect here, and then darker sections to hide the brake dust in between. So they're quite big, they look kind of cool. And then if you remember, we had the skid plate in kind of brushed aluminium. Down the side there's like a brushed aluminium effect down through here, and then there's chrome on the door handles which matches the chrome that goes around the windows as well. And then the previous owner specified the wind deflectors as well at the time. And around to the back of the car then you got these really nice, because this is the facelift version, it's a nicer kind of LED taillight that's in there. I know it's flickering, but that's just the resolution rate on my camera. It's not quick enough to keep up with them, but they look really nice when you're behind. I quite like on the Executive Plus that you get the exhaust tip along here. We saw already the brushed aluminium on the front and the side, and it's similar around the back here as well. Again, staying on the theme of brushed aluminium, there's roof rails along through here as well, which are brushed aluminium also, and you can put roof bars from side to side if you need. Overall, I think a really nice looking vehicle. I think these Executive Pluses with the big wheels and some of the extra stuff on them, they look really nice. The other thing I was going to say though as well is, as we talked about already, then this is a one owner car, so it's, you know, we do get plenty of one owner cars, but this is just a nice one because I think for the year of the car being a 2020, the mileage is really low. Okay, so let's have a look at the boot. So again, as I was saying to you, I haven't touched it yet, hasn't been cleaned. In through here there is a spare wheel, which is really getting rare on Tucsons now. Even a brand new Executive Plus Tucson doesn't have a spare wheel anymore in diesel. Tonneau cover here, and then what you can do with that is you can bring that back and back, and that will then allow you to recline the back seats. So in through here, dark plastic in black, electrics for windows, and then after that child lock in through here. This interior is stupidly tidy because the mileage is so low, so I don't think people spend very much time in the back of this car at all. All the plastics and stuff along through here, they all are in nice condition because sometimes, you know, they get scratched. A few things about the back is when you sit into the car, see these indentations, so they give you a little bit more knee space than a normal car. There's a USB down here, there is ventilation in through here. I like for saying to you, just looking around, this is a really tidy car. One other thing you might notice as well if you're sharp, they are rubber mats. So the previous owner went for rubber mats, a little bit more hard wearing, and they kind of contain any fluid or anything like that, wet shoes. So they're actually kind of they're kind of easier to keep, and then they're really easy to clean as well. But armrest down through here with some drinks holders. The other thing, the reason I moved the tonneau cover over the boot is because I can now recline. That is super comfortable. Probably only moves about that much, but it feels like you've way more space and it's way more comfortable when you're lying back. In through the front then, electrics for windows and mirrors in through here. The wing mirrors are folding, so when you lock the car, they come in and out themselves anyway. Lumbar support for lower back, so it just hardens up the back part of the seat. Height adjuster, steering wheel is obviously adjustable in and out and up and down as well. And again, the condition is super nice and has these hard wearing rubber mats on the inside as well. Okay, so we'll go for a drive. I just want to show you before we go. Over here is my trip computer. So on an Executive Plus, it's kind of a coloured sort of clock, whereas on the lower spec models it's black and white. So things like your rear level, average speed and fuel efficiency, navigation information, tyre pressures are also, I can have from here, lane departure warning if I want, and then attention alert, and all the settings can be changed into there. I like the clocks, they actually remind me of I don't know, maybe a kind of Toyota or Lexus from years ago. So they're nice and big and bright and white at night time. Wipers are automatic because we're in an Executive Plus. Headlights are automatic, so they come on daytime, nighttime. And over through here then, that's just Bluetooth with volume controls for radio. Moving over through here, armrest that goes backwards and forwards, drinks holders, automatic park brake. Over here then there is a steering mode, which will have a sporty or normal feedback. So sporty feedback is a stiffer kind of steering setup. Hill descent control, so if you're going down a hill and it's really treacherous, really slippery, you can use hill descent control to control your descent without having to use the brake pedal. Auto stop start, so it's, you know, cuts out the traffic lights trying to save fuel. Parking sensors on or off. So there is a big reverse camera. This Executive Plus, if you look at these, an Executive has a smaller screen, Executive Plus has a bigger screen, nice big colour screen. And then in through here, wireless charging. So if I put the phone down here, it would charge wirelessly. Another USB point, 12 volts in through there. Dual zone climate, so temperatures left or right hand side of the car are different from each other, with seat heaters on the front, which are tri-stage, so you can have 3 different settings. And in through here then, oh, I didn't want to do that. Right, so back in through here, radio over here, navigation, or I can touch that and have a full nav screen, or I can touch that and have a full actually, yes, I do. I have a full radio screen with a list and all that kind of stuff as well. I have to say one thing about the Hyundai systems: they're simple, straightforward, and they're real easy to use. This is electrochromatic, so it darkens itself when someone drives up behind you, and this is a compass to tell you what direction you're traveling. I don't know why you would need that. They also have little puddle lights. Can't really see it during the day. Well, you probably can if you open it, but there's little light that shines down here into the area that you're getting into. Probably too hard to see at nighttime, sorry, daytime. And then actually I forgot to say, Executive Plus also has height adjustable passenger seat. The car, if you like, okay, if you haven't got an SUV already, fair enough, it's going to feel really high off the ground. You have a nice elevated driving position. One thing on this model, actually, they made the dash a little bit lower, so that's why you have the kind of floating screen up through the centre, so it gives you better visibility overall. The engine is a 1.6, 115 horsepower engine, good power in it, and actually quite a fuel efficient engine. So normal people, 6-ish litres per 100 kilometres, something like that. And they sit nicely on a back road. Like, I suppose everywhere you look, there's a Tucson. They do so many things for so many people. They drive good, they look good, they're high off the ground, they are practical, they hold value well when it comes to resale. That's why it's probably the most popular SUV in Ireland. So anyway, there you have it. That is our really low mileage 2020 Hyundai Tucson Executive Plus. If there's any information you want in the car, call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits. 086 843 1945. Brian is my name. Fitzpatrick's Garage. We're a family-run business in operation for over 70 years. So hopefully the video is useful. Hopefully you like the car. Thanks a million for watching.